Now we're taking that trip down memory lane, and of course it is International Women's Month. I'm going to start off on This Week in History with Louisa May Alcott, who passed away on March 6th, 1888. Now, she was age 55 when she died, and she was a feminist, abolitionist, and her views are reflected in her writings. Wondering what she wrote? Now, her novels remain as popular today as they were published in the 19th century. I'm talking about the author of Little Women, which was published in 1868 for the first time. Its sequels, Little Men and Jo's Boys, they were all semi-autobiographical and based on the life of Alcott and her three sisters. Now, she was the daughter of a transcendentalist, and through her father, grew up with intellectuals like Ralph Waldo Emerson, Nathaniel Hawthorne, and Henry David Thoreau. Now, they had quite a lot of influence on her work, and she introduced her work as an educated, strong female, and she pushed educated, strong female heroines in her books. As a result, her writing style greatly impacted American literature, and even till date, her books are being read in schools, secondary schools, universities. They're being promoted when it comes to women's rights on several publications. And she was also the first woman to register to vote in Connecticut. So today, readers continue to enjoy her writings, and her novels still appear on bestseller lists all over the world.
Interesting.
Have you watched the movie Little Women?
Not the movie, but my sisters wouldn't let me be as a little kid because they always wanted to see the series when it was playing on TV back then. So I'm very aware of it.
Yeah.
What I was a bit confused about, transcendentalist.
Yeah. It's a big word, yeah?
It's like a dentist? Like, no, I'm joking. I know.
But let's watch this clip. Let's watch this clip.
There's no way for me to make my own money. Not enough to earn a living or to support my family. And if I had my own money, which I don't, that money would belong to my husband the moment we got married. And if we had children, they would be his, not mine. They would be his property. So don't sit there and tell me that marriage isn't an economic proposition.
That's the movie, is it?
That's the movie Little Women.
Is it good?
That speech, it still trends. It still trends. It comes back. People take pieces of that speech, and it wasn't in the book in full, but parts of it were in the book, and it just made it really amazing.
All right.
Yeah?
Let's talk again now about Italian sculptor and painter Michelangelo Simoni, who was born March 6, 1475. Michelangelo was a painter, sculptor, architect, and also poet. He was considered the greatest living artist in his lifetime, and ever since then he has been held to be one of the greatest artists of all time ever. Now, a number of his works, paintings, sculptures, architects, they rank among the among the biggest.
Yes.
You know, and he's considered the original Renaissance man. Now, Michelangelo's career ranked alongside and was also compared to that of his rivals, Leonardo da Vinci. Born within the Republic of Florence, Michelangelo began his career as an apprentice. Two of his great sculptural pieces were completed before he was 30 years old. And now in St. Peter's, the Pietra, that's in St. Peter's Basilica, and his statue of David for the city of Florence. Now, Michelangelo is also celebrated for his paintings in the Sistine Chapel within the Vatican, and the ceiling depicting scenes of Genesis he painted first over 4 years, later completing the Last Judgment of the back wall. And Michelangelo's architectural work comes mostly from his later career.
Yeah, quite a lot about Michelangelo. There are probably a lot of paintings that you've seen that you just didn't know it was him. He carved that statue of Peter from stone. Pieta, well, Peter, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Peter, but from stone. Look at the details on the hands, on the face, and they're still standing till today. Imagine how long ago they were carved and everything. But that's all we have time for on This Week in History for this week. There's still so much more, but that's all we can take. We have to take a quick break now. We'll be back after this.